Hi, Kamala. Happy Halloween. I don't have too much time. I don't have too much time to go back and forth with you today. I want to celebrate and enjoy the holidays. So I just had a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about before I head out. I noticed that the news media is preparing us for your victory. The news media is teeing it up. So when you win, it all makes sense. So I wanted to give you a few things to consider before you got too comfortable. Just a couple of things I wanted you to consider before you got too comfortable. Number one, when I wanted to post my videos on Instagram, I went to post it and I noticed something. When you post a video and you put hashtags for the video, I don't know, sorry guys, that's annoying. When you go to post a video and you put hashtags for the video, it shows you how many other people are using the hashtag. Isn't that so interesting? So when I typed in hashtag Donald Trump, girl, it said 14.5 million. When I typed in hashtag Kamala Harris, it said 1.5 million. So while 14.5 million people are talking about Donald Trump, 1.5 million people are talking about you. I don't know what that ratio is, but you do with that as you may. On YouTube, matter of fact, do I want to talk about the manipulation that I'm seeing, or do I want to talk about the metrics I'm seeing? So I just gave you metrics. Let me give you manipulation. On YouTube, before your election started, anybody who posted the top comment, like the comment that got the most likes, it would always be the top comment. The only time it wouldn't be the top comment is if there was a comment for somebody that was following you. After your election started, we stopped having top comments. Now when you look through the comments, it'll say 2,000 likes, 30 likes, 1 likes, 2 likes, 10 likes, 20 likes, 6,800 likes, 18,000 likes. The whole thing is varied now. They don't want to put the top comment on the likes anymore. I wonder why they don't want us to see what the top comments are under all the posts anymore. Because the top comment is you suck. Next, what else did I see? Do you know that the DCCC is the reason why we lost the dislike button on YouTube? The reason we lost the dislike button on YouTube is because when everybody was doing their campaigns and their speeches in the 2019-2020 election, if you went on YouTube to watch all of your speeches, the politician that was getting the most likes on his speeches was Bernie Sanders. And the rest of you were being ratioed. All of y'all was getting like, whatever amount of likes you were getting double or triple the dislikes. So actually, in my opinion, the like to dislike ratio literally told us who was supposed to win the election back in 2020. But the DCCC didn't let that happen. So that's just so you know. And you could cite me as a source. They could say whatever it is they want to say. I saw it happen. The reason we lost the dislike button on YouTube was because you could see how wildly popular Bernie Sanders was. Okay? All right, I'm going to go and give you another stat. I don't typically take notes, but this is really important. This is really important because your media friends is really out here trying to make us believe you're our champion. Okay. So on YouTube, you guys did some interviews. Your top interviews, Miss Kamala, you went on Call Her Daddy, you went on All the Smoke, and you went on Shannon Sharpe. If there are any other YouTube interviews you did, you guys did not highlight it, you didn't showcase it, and it didn't get enough views to make it onto the mainstream. Sorry. For the All the Smoke podcast, you got 669,000 views. For the Call Her Daddy podcast, you got 750,000 views. For the Shannon Sharpe interview, you have 1.5 million views, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to throw a wrench into it, but I have to be very sincere with you. Half of those views come from the fact that people went to that video just to hit dislike. Because that's the one where you got ratio to hell. Girl, they did you worse than Drake. All right, so let's run Trump's numbers. The first big interview Trump did was with Aiden Ross, and that interview actually got shadow banned. When people fought to make sure the interview was online, at this point, the video that has the highest views after it was reposted a bunch of times is 2.1 million views, and it was shadow banned. Then Trump went on Theo Von, and that's the next thing I'll say. Trump did so many podcasts that I just went ahead and picked the top ones or the most known ones, and I just stuck to that. He did Theo Von, baby, 14 million views. He went on the Flagrant podcast with Andrew Schultz, 7.3 million views. He went on Nelk Boys, or he had Nelk Boys come to him, whichever one, 5.8 million views. And then he did the long-awaited, coveted JRE podcast that is currently at 41 million views and counting. Mind you, this is a man that we've known about his entire life. His political life basically started around 2016, and he's been on there still. And with all the exposure and all the news media that Donald Trump has gotten, he's still pulling millions of views in 2024. So, girl, I don't know. This garbage debacle got y'all in a whole debacle. Right? Because for the whole 48-hour news cycle before Biden said what he said, y'all were on there trying to program us to be offended by the comedian who made a 15-minute set and had a 10-second soundbite about Puerto Rico. There is a pile of garbage floating through the sea right now. There is. They have tons of garbage washing up on their seas. So his joke had a truth in it. You guys spent 48 hours trying to turn Trump into a Puerto Rican hater monster because of what a comedian said. And now Joe Biden has said something with full intention in his whole chest. And you guys have spent the last 24 to 30 hours trying to deprogram us from the hateful rhetoric from the comedian and reprogram us to have grace and empathy for Joe Biden. It's like you guys are only smart if I'm stupid. You guys are only smart to stupid people. And it's not my intention to offend your audience, because I used to be your audience. And the truth is, once you hear a lie, you can't unhear any lies anymore. But yeah, y'all could go ahead and keep spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and pivoting and pivoting and do whatever you want, because the numbers are in. Go check the hashtags. Trump has the most hashtags. Go check the comments. Trump's comments have the most likes. Go check the interviews. Trump has the most interviews. Even you media companies, you know that if you go and look at your analytics right now, you get the most viewership when Trump is on your screen. But you're here trying to convince us that he's hated and unpopular and Kamala's our girl. Sorry, I done went on a tangent and lost myself. Kamala girl, happy Halloween. It's getting real spooky out here.